One night when the seas were contrary with the wind and Jesus was asleep on a cushion, the disciples said, "Lord, we are perishing." And Jesus stood up and said, "Be calm and hush." And the wind settled down and the waves stopped. Good morning, Sea of Galilee, January 1st, 2019.
I confess to Almighty God and to you, my brothers and sisters, that I have committed sin with my thoughts and my words. All the angels and saints, and you, my brothers and sisters, to pray for me to the Lord our God.
And he says, "Do you love me more than these?" What does he mean? Well, I think what he means is you've got 153 fish there. That's $1,000 worth of fish. Peter, he's just itching to get that to the market, get that money in his pocket. Jesus is saying, "Peter, are you going to go back to your old lifestyle now? Are you going to go back to fishing? Or are you going to follow me?" You've got a choice here, Peter. This is a crossroads for you. You went out fishing. You went back to your old way of life. What are you going to do now, Peter? Do you love me or do you love the fish? This is the church of the primacy. That's the place where they were fishing, and Jesus called them in John 21 and said, "Feed my sheep and tend my lambs," and fed them breakfast.
The old or the original one?
This is where they were fishing, but on this rock is where Jesus made their breakfast. He had a charcoal fire, and he had bread and fish cooking, and this is called the Mensa Christi, the table of the Christ. This is the water, headwaters of the Jordan River that flow out from underneath this rock at Caesarea Philippi, where Jesus said, "You are rock, and on this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell," right there, "will not prevail against it." They've been with him 3 years at this point. He says, "So who do you say that I am, guys? You've been with me. Who do you say that I am?" And Peter blurts out, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And he got it right. Peter doesn't always get it right. Sometimes Jesus has to rebuke him. In fact, in this same chapter, Peter says something, and Jesus said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan." But this time he got it right. You're the Christ, the Son of the living God. That's the proper definition of what Jesus is. So I think what happens is Jesus said to Peter, and his name wasn't Peter yet, it was Simon. Jesus said, "Thank you, Simon. for defining me. Now I'm going to return the favor and I'm going to define you. You are Peter, and on this rock I'll build my church. So we're at Banias, and this is the great rock where Jesus said to Peter, you are rock. There are the gates of hell, that cave. There was a temple right here in front. The pagans would take their living sacrifices through the temple and throw them into the cave, see if the blood came out on the other side. And the niche where Pan, the false god of sheep and shepherds, was enshrined. And here's our group. And there's another group there too, but our group climbing around and thinking about all the things we just talked about.
Happy New Year to our family and friends from the Rock of Peter.
Yes. Happy New Year. We love you. Miss you.
We only can go to Mass once a month. That's it.
That's what they have. To the fridge, it's in the deeper part of the restaurant. Grab your drink and have a
We're
seat.
ready for lunch.
Okay.
Here's our friend at the restaurant.
Welcome, Steve.
Hello, hello. Good to see you. There's our restaurant where we're going to have lunch today. And here's the chef. Hello, hello. Making chicken here on the grill.
Hello.
Making the Drew's bread sandwiches here on the grill. Put them in the bags and we take them in and eat them. Fast food Drew style. Our pilgrim Mike got to go across the street and meet the local firemen, and they exchanged shirts and belt buckles. Very cool.
I come quite often to the States and I hear the same things you hear back home. And I definitely disagree. It just makes me laugh when I hear that.
Makes me cry.
Makes me laugh because it's completely...
We're looking out over the country of Syria right there. All those buildings and the trees, that's in the country of Syria. And we're talking about the situation and what's really going on that Americans aren't told. And we're going to pray for the Christians on the other side.
Lord, we pray now for our brothers and sisters who are like you, suffering martyrdom. You who foretold this morning Peter about his kind of death to glorify God. Support and help all our brothers and sisters who are suffering the persecution of other people.
Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. A large herd of pigs was feeding on the nearby hillside. The demons begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs. Allow us to go into them." He gave them permission, and the impure spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported this in the town. And
was being then paved and enlarged, was supposed to go through here, and when they came across all of this, they changed the plans and they moved the road closer to the lake, and they recovered all of this. There's a lot of beautiful mosaics on both sides, of course, and a lot of Christian symbols. There's a baptismal font, a baptismal place in the church right there.
We're at Kersey, the place where Jesus delivered the demoniac from the demons. We just spent time here, and it was actually, this is a monastery here built on the site, but up there is the place where the man with the demons was. Up in the tombs, there's a chapel there now, and that's where Jesus delivered him from the demons. And the pigs that were on the other side, the pigs, they all rushed into the sea, which is right over there. After a busy day, we went back to the hotel. We had about 2 hours for everybody to have some free time, and a lot of the kids went swimming and had some fun before we went out to dinner. On a pilgrimage, buffets get old. That's why we're bringing our group to the Magdalena restaurant tonight. Look at them all getting off the bus. They're coming up the elevator or the stairs, and here's what they're gonna find. Look at this. Whoa! Look at that, Donna and Ted beat me up. Here is the Magdalena restaurant. First thing you see is this beautiful fish tank and their wonderful selections of wine. Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Look at all the selections of wine they have. One of the best wine selections in Israel. Good to see you.
Welcome.
And here we are for dinner tonight. It is considered by many, including us, to be the finest restaurant in Israel. And there's Amr already, and Patrick and Omaima. And here, these tables are all set up for our group right here. Welcome to the Magdalena for dinner. The Magdalena restaurant is arguably one of the best restaurants in Israel, and the food selections here are unbelievable. A lot of selections between lamb and steak and shrimp and sea bass and other things. Great restaurant. We had a fun time. We all headed back to our hotel, get a good night's sleep, and ready for another full day tomorrow.